Shalom, sisters. So I hope all of y'all had a nice Sabbath. Y'all got some rest. Y'all, prayed to the Most High. Y'all read some scriptures. Today was a really good Sabbath for me and my household. We had our first Sabbath class. It was really yappa. We just went over the law of, being unclean, and the law of separation in Leviticus, while you're going through your issue. We went over that. Actually went out to camp with the brothers today. It was a little cold, so we went inside being the sisters, but it was really beautiful. My son, who a lot of y'all are familiar with, I literally, like, while the sisters were inside, we actually were waiting, for the brothers to finish up. And it's funny because I was about to ask my husband a question. I can't even remember what I was going to ask him. So I went outside, and when I went outside, they were throwing up the prayer to close camp, the curses prayer. So I literally ran. I'm like, I don't even run. I think I'm too big to be running, but I was running to go get my son that was inside. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get him because he always says he always throws up the curses for our enemies prayer. So I was like, oh, I gotta go run and go get him. So I'm running to get my son, and I'm like, look, y'all, you know what? You guys might have to start over because my son does this all the time, so, he really wants to do this. So they threw up the Lord's Prayer over, not the Lord's Prayer, they threw up the curses for our enemies prayer over again. Man, it was just so beautiful to see my son, and, he's doing this, and he was trying to act like he didn't really care, but I could tell that he was happy. And what happened afterwards? Oh, afterwards he was like, one more time. So that really made my day. I'm really proud of him. And but anyway, that was just my day. That made my day to see my son, in the midst of the congregation and men say, one more time. Can we do the Lord's Prayer one more time? So that was just so beautiful to me. But anyway, this topic that I have on my mind, it's about, our time is coming as Israelite women. Like, we don't need to be jealous of the things that we see in the world. And I'm only bringing this out because I don't know why, but I guess since I'm on YouTube, I got back, actually getting back on YouTube. I forgot how much I used to get on YouTube when I was in the world. So for some reason, I was like, oh, I wonder how, all my old YouTube, subscribers are doing. And I'm like, wow, they're really not subscribers, the people that I used to subscribe to, in the world. I was like, wow, they're really doing well. It's they're blowing up in the world. It's real crazy. And I was really thinking to myself, I was like, oh, that could have been me if I really would have just did a YouTube sooner, and I really would have stuck to, being a hairstylist, and I really would have stuck to doing makeup and stuff. Oh, that could have been me. But, I'm like, first and foremost, that just wasn't the plan of Yahweh Shemi Shafi. I'm not to act like I'm not to say that I'm better or that we're better as sisters because we know the truth, but we better than that. The Most High put us in a position, to understand who we are in these last days. And that's greater than anything in this world, to be honest. I'm trying to think of something, but that's greater than anything in this world. So, I gotta write some stuff. I had to write some stuff down because I'm gonna go everywhere if I forget. So, if you go to, in the book of Proverbs, it says, be not, envious of evil men. So the same thing with women. If you see a woman in the world and you with your kids and y'all at the how can I put this? Y'all at the grocery store, y'all at Walmart, you get out with your kids, you struggling, got your baby, hold on, one baby crying, the other baby done boo-booed on themselves. You trying to figure you oh my gosh, you trying to pull yourself together, trying to get the baby together, and everything, and you see another woman, she's beep beep, beep beep. She got her little keys in her car, she got her little Mercedes, she get out, she's going in there, and she's, looks like she just has the best life ever, beep beep, you Don't even look. I know that sounds like a silly scenario, but I'm just thinking, like, I can picturing it all out in my head. Like, don't be like, oh, like, she seems like she's just so happy, she's living her best life, and I gotta do this, that, and the third, and I gotta keep these commandments, and you know, don't. First of all, just don't even worry about. Don't even think that. First and foremost, don't be jealous of them, because you know, I forgot what verse it is, but what was it? I don't want to bring it out. It's supposed to scourge your heart of a woman that's jealous of or another woman. You don't want to be jealous of a sister. If anything, throw a prayer for the sister. Say, you know what? I pray that sister repents, you know, to the Most High. I pray that she repents, and she, you know, the Most High put the Spirit on her, you know, to gain understanding. But don't be jealous of her. She don't know no better. But just understand that what's coming for you is greater than what's coming for the woman that's actually out here committing inequity. What else? So that's Proverbs 24:1. Be not envious of evil men, but you know, as for women, you know, be not envious of evil women. And if you look into the rest of the verse, it says neither desire to be with them. So you shouldn't even want to be around them. So it says neither desire to be with them. So that means you shouldn't even want to, don't even think about, oh, I wonder what we would do if we would do this, or I wonder what we would do if we were still, you know, you just thinking of how you would think if you was in the world. You going off, because the Most High can eventually put you back in the world. He could say, now look at this. I don't know the thoughts of the Most High, but you don't want the Most High to be like, well, she over here thinking that, you know, the angels go tell the Most High that you over here thinking that and having thoughts that what if this and what if that, and you was in the world, and the Most High end up giving you over to that mind. Now you're not in the truth no more. Now you don't have no protection in the last days. Now you and your kids in the FEMA camp sharing a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because you had reprobate mind. And that's how I was feeling. I was like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. I said, what am I thinking? You know, like when I told y'all earlier, I said when I was looking at the women, I'm like, look, they got a good life. I was like, you know, they really, you know, living their best life. They not living their best life. They living their worst life, according to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They don't know who they are. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's to come. You know, it's actually pretty bad, and it's actually pretty awful. That's why I said you got to throw up a prayer for them. When you see our sisters, like, just be like, dang, you know, hope our sister repent. Even like when I see sisters when I go out, when like I told y'all that one time, I said when I went to Joanne Fabrics, and there was this one sister talking to the Edomites, and she was just being clamorous. She don't know who her enemy is. She's talking about Kim Kardashian. I was like, look, I wanted to tell her. Sometimes, you know, and if you with your husband, ask your husband if you could say, hey, you know what, you mind if I tell the sister she is Israelite? You know, she got to repent and keep the commandments. She should read Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28, you know, to understand the curses. You know, ask your husband if you married, you know, if you can do that. But usually the Most High, you know, I was talking to my brother about this today. I said, we were saying how, like, usually the Most High put it in your spirit to know when a brother or sister is, are they even worthy of being, you know, you just know, you know, if you're spiritual, we judge all things. So you know when it's the right time to talk to somebody about the truth. You know, it's a very precious thing. We can't cast our pearls to swine. So, and the truth is very beautiful, and you don't want to just be telling somebody, they be like, oh, okay, so what? What's that? Bye. You don't want, you know what I mean? You don't want to be bothered with nobody like that. So anyway, if we I'm trying to look, because I wrote a list, y'all, because y'all know my mind gonna be everywhere. Oh, yeah. Psalms 37:1. You can look it up. Don't be Psalms 37:1. Don't be like, you know, don't, it's the same, it's just a precept. Don't be messing up. Don't have those feelings of like, dang, you know, she getting this, that, and the third, and she not keeping the commandments. But what about me? Like, she living her best life. You know, she getting Gucci bags, Louis bags, you know, Gucci this, Louis that, Fendi, Balenciaga, you name it, she got it. And you thinking like, dang, she got all that. She courtside at the Lakers game. She taking trips to wherever it is around the world. Hey, she living her best life. Don't think like that. She's a worker of inequity. You don't want to think like that, and you gotta remember that. Yahushua gives blessings, and the devil gives blessings. Satan gives blessings, and we all know that. And of course, if you're not keeping the commandments, Satan is giving you that blessing. If you win a trip, if it's anything in the world, you in the world and you win something, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say that it wasn't of the Most High. It was you know, I mean, not saying that it wasn't of the Most High, but to say that, you know, the Most High, you know, we know that he has, like, you know, evil angels and righteous angels, but I'm trying to say that, look, because I cannot mess up when I do these videos, because I don't want people to think I'm going off. But I'm trying to, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that we all know that the Most High is in control of everything, but the Most High, you know, he has his puppets. So that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to mess nothing up, because I don't want nobody to think that I'm going off. But anyway, what else? So even if you do feel like, look, the lifestyle that I'm living, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of changing Pampers. You could be like, I'm tired of cooking for my husband. I'm tired of vacuuming the floor. I'm tired of whatever it is that you tired of. Just understand, you shouldn't be tired of it, because the Most High gave it to you. All right, and that's your lot. You should rejoice in it. And you should be happy. And you should be happy that you're Israelite woman, that you know who you are. You shouldn't give your mind over. You shouldn't say, how can I put this? You shouldn't say, hey, I'm tired of something that the Most High gave me. You should rejoice in it. You shouldn't be tired at the fact that what is this? Yo, what is this? Yo, you should not be tired, you know, at the situation the Most High put you in. Was Job tired at the situation that the Most High put him in? Was Esther tired at the situation? You know, they probably was like, dang. You know, but when I say tired, you shouldn't be saying that I'm over it and I don't want to be in this. I'm over it. How can I put this? Just rejoice in every situation, pretty much. Because the Most High gave it to you. And everything that the Most High does is in righteousness. Alright? He knows what he's doing. Trust in his plan. Alright, so, what else? I'm trying to look at one thing. Look, 2 women should be grinding in the field. One should be taken and one should be left. And me and my husband was talking about this today. One should be taken. And to be taken is to be killed. So one should be taken and one should be left. You don't want to be that woman that's killed. You know what I mean? You want to be the woman that's left. You know, you don't want to be that woman that's just. You don't want to be that Israelite woman. You don't want to be the one that I'm talking about. Pretty much, you don't want to be the woman that's out there, that's, you know, living her best life. She's not keeping the commandments. You don't want to be that woman. You don't want to be killed in these last days. Nobody wants to die in these last days. That's an unfortunate lot. You want to be delivered up. I mean, so like, you're not delivered up. You know what I mean? You want to be, you know, delivered into a chariot in these last days. You don't want to be killed in the last days. Now, if you're a martyr for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then, I don't want to say unfortunately, because it says precious are the death of the saints in his eyes. So, you know, if that's your lot, then that's your lot. It's going to be quick. You're going to be ruling in the kingdom. You're going to have your children. So whatever, it is what it is. But the main goal is to stay alive. All right? What is it? He shall that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So if you endure, you know, you'll be saved. So you don't want to be killed. So you want to be one of those righteous women. When you think of those righteous women, you think about our foremothers. Like I brought out in a couple of the last videos, all the qualities of our foremothers and stuff, being content, you know, being obedient, and things like that. And like even in Mark 8:36, when Yahushua said, you gain the whole world and you lose your soul. That's in Matthew 2. You gain the whole world and you lose your soul. Damn, this is a sad situation to even say. I hate to even say stuff like this. But, Most High, Lord forbid, a sister's in a situation and she says, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of being in the truth. I'm tired of keeping these laws. I can't even say it. Like, my stomach just got sick saying that. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I felt a turn in my stomach. Say a woman was, you know, like, look, I can't, she don't want to endure anymore. Let's just say that. Let's say a woman don't want to endure anymore. And she say, look, I'm tired of it. I see all of these women getting money, you know, by doing sew-ins. They sewing in, hair that was sacrificed to idols. I see women out here, you know, sinning, being harlots. I see women being strippers. They making $30,000 a night. I see all these women prospering by being everything that, you know, that the Most High told me not to be. And I just feel like, no, I'm not even gonna say I. And a sister could say, you know what, y'all, it's hard for me to say this because I feel sick saying this. Like, a sister could pretty much she could pretty much in her mind say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm out. I'm in the world. What does that profit? What do you profit from that? You do all of that to what, die in the end? All because you want to wear some Balenciaga shoes? All of that because you want people to see you? You know what I mean? For what? You know, you gained the whole world and you lost your soul. Now you're not fit for the kingdom. Now you're not fit for the kingdom. Now you just sitting there looking stupid. Now you about to get destroyed. You about to get, you know, the Most High sent a death angel on you. You never know. You know, that's awful. That's an awful thing to even have those thoughts. It's real bad. What else? Look. So I want to add, so I did a video about modesty, and I pretty much like was just talking about how, you know, we're supposed to dress modest as Israelite women, how we're supposed to carry ourselves, but I also added that modesty is also it's a trait, it's a characteristic, it's a trait. It's not just the outward appearance. Just because, oh, I'm dressed modest, but you also have to have that, it's like a spiritual trait. Like, you being modest is more than just your physical appearance, wearing fringes and wearing your skirt and having your hair wrapped and having, you know, everything covered. And even when you go to in the book of Proverbs chapter 31, it tells you strength and honor are her clothing. So you cannot physically put on strength. You cannot, I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my shirt, you know what I'm saying, y'all. Strength and honor are her clothing, meaning that's spiritual. What does she have strength in? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, of course. What does she have honor in? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in the time to come. What is the time to come? The kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, plain and simple. That's pretty much what it is. She shall rejoice in the time to come. All your hard work, all of those days your husband asks you, can you bring me up a plate of this? Can you pour me this? You got to change all these dirty diapers. You got to do this. You got to do that. And you running around and you like, oh, you know, she living her best life and I'm over here and my life. You think that something wrong with you might, Satan might have you thinking that something wrong with your life, but you like, you know what? I'm endure. You know what I mean? Get out of here, Satan. I'm endure. Strength and honor her clothing. She'll rejoice in the time to come. You're going to rejoice in the fact that you kept the commandments to the best of your ability. You're gonna rejoice in the fact that you put off the old woman to become that new woman for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's what you're gonna rejoice in. You're gonna rejoice when you get the kingdom and you get to serve and rule over. So like not serve. When you get to rule over your oppressors, that's what you're gonna rejoice in. Understand that. You know what I mean? Forget what this world trying to tell you. Forget what Instagram trying to tell you. Forget what these models trying to tell you. Forget about what the damn devil is trying to tell you when he trying to put it in your head that your life isn't up to par, that you should be on this level and you should have this, then a third. No, you should be content, and that was one of the characteristics of Sarah. You have to be content with everything that you have. Sarah was content at the fact that she couldn't have kids. She didn't have kids until she was old, until she couldn't have kids, until she gave birth to Isaac. But she was content with the fact that she couldn't. And she understood that to the point where she gave her handmaid to her own husband. She gave her husband, who she knew was a king, and she knew who Abraham was. And she gave her handmaid, she gave her his handmaid. Egyptian handmaid, a heathen. She said, she didn't care because she wanted to please her husband. But you know what I mean? Like I'm saying is that you're going to rejoice in the time to come. So don't sweat all this stuff in the world that you see that Esau try to push on us through their crafty counsel, through social media, through YouTube. If you really think about it, the only reason why we have social media, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook is for Israel to wake up. That's the only reason why, point blank period. And so we can connect with one another. All that other stuff is irrelevant, and it's of the Most High. It's of the devil for real. So like, y'all know what I mean. And when I was talking about strength in Isaiah, it says, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is our strength, song, and salvation. That's our strength. That's what we wear. He's our strength. All right? He's our strength. Understand that. Don't forget that. Honor. We regard and respect. Strength and honor are her clothing. We regard and we respect the law of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We regard and keep the law when we think about planning for Passover. When we go to the grocery store and say, hey, we can't get that because that's pork. Hey, I can't get this because it's unclean. Hey, let me get this for my family because this is a dietary law. That you regarding and you're respecting the law of the Most High. So strength and honor are your clothing. Not some Gucci shoes and a Louis Vuitton bag. That's what these wicked women clothing is. Their clothing is what Esau provides them, but our clothing is strength and honor. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Understand that and don't forget. All right, the Most High and His Son. And even if you look at 1 Corinthians, in 1 Corinthians, when it says that no eye have seen nor ear have heard what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has prepared for them that love Him. All right, so that's what we're going to rejoice in. We're going to rejoice in what we don't even know what's prepared for us. We haven't even, we can't even picture it. We can't even, you know how you have those thoughts like, oh, it's going to be like this in the kingdom. It's going to be like that in the kingdom. He just told us no eye have seen or ear have heard. So don't nobody know what it's going to be like. So it's not even going to be anything that you can even imagine. All right. So if you see a sister, she's not really your sister because she's not keeping the statutes and commandments. But if you see, your sister, or you see a woman, a so-called black woman, and she just, hey, right now she's in let me not even say, she's in somewhere overseas. She's living her best life. While you at home, keeping the Sabbath. All right. Understand that what she's going through and the things that she's experiencing is nothing compared to what you're going to experience, because you keeping the Sabbath. You holding it down for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You keeping the Sabbath. You taking care of your kids. You can't even imagine what the Most High got prepared for you. All right. As for her, she don't know what's going on. She just in the flesh, pleasing her flesh. And what's that scripture? She that pleases her flesh is dead while she liveth. So you dead while you living, while you smoking a J. If you could be a woman in the world smoking your J, laying on the beach, you think that you living your best life. Yeah, you living you're on your way to hey, it's not gonna be a good look. Just understand that. It's not. It's so not. And what else? Oh, well, rejoicing in your time to come. That's true happiness. Having servants and handmaids, and you don't gotta clean up nothing. Could y'all imagine that? It's like you can think it. You can try to think to the best of your ability how something is gonna be, and how the kingdom. You can think to the best of your ability how the kingdom. I mean, how about Shimmy? How is gonna be? Well, even with anything in this world, but with the kingdom, if you try to, you can't. He said, "No, I have seen." So nobody's seen it. Nobody's heard of it. So you know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to throw down, and he going to turn up for us in the kingdom. He said, "Prepared." Nobody has seen what I have prepared for them that love me, and we all know that whoever keeps the commandments love the Most High. What's that? 1 John 5:3. So, whoever keeping the commandments to the best of their ability, and sincerity and righteousness, hey, he said you're not going to know. You can't even imagine what I got prepared. We don't know what he got prepared for us. Shoot. And that should give you motivation and strength in these last days to be like, look, man, if I got to die for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, just understand that I'm going to get what's promised to me. I'm going to get what's promised to my forefathers. All right? I don't know about y'all, but I want to see that thing that he's talking about. He said, no, I have seen. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get over it. All right? I want to know it. I want to see it. I'm nosy. All right? I want to see it. I want to know. All right? I know that sounds crazy.